What is going on, Boo Bop? We got to get into a quick little reading for the week, okay? It's not necessarily for this week, but we are posting the video this week. You get what I'm saying? But we're just going to look at what's going on in your situation, what's happening in general. And we're not just going to look at the situation for what it is, but we're going to look at how you're contributing to the situation, what the situation is trying to teach you, right? We're going to kind of get around what God is trying to say to you through whatever it is that you're currently going through. I did a little pre-shuffle, a little pre-pull, if you want to call it, okay? Just to kind of see what the vibe is, what the collective is going through. And we pulled the Empress, the Tower, and the Three of Wands, okay? Now, this looks positive, but that's not how you're seeing it, okay? You, Boo Bop, it's like you feel like you lost your mojo. There's something here that you feel like you lost. It's like something happened very suddenly, right? That you did not see coming. It was very shocking. It was something that kind of like, it's almost like you felt on top of the world, or you felt like you had everything in order. And then I'm showing you the back of this card. That's how much is so irrelevant, but we'll talk about that later. Something hit, okay? And it hit and it like shook your confidence up is what I'm getting, okay? This shook you almost to your core is what I'm kind of getting. It's like, it's something you didn't see coming. It's something that kind of like made you feel like you fell backwards, when in reality, this happened to kind of push you forward towards what it is that you want. Okay. So that's what I'm pulling in this pre-energy. And it's interesting too, because you're pulling the Empress. Okay. So in this Empress energy, it's very much giving me like, it's like you were in your bag, or you were just like, and I'm not just saying money. I just mean like your confidence bag. Like you were in this position, could have been money too. Stop playing. But it's like you were in this position where like you were in your utmost amount of confidence, or like you really believed in yourself. It's like nobody could have told you nothing. Okay. Like no one could tell you anything. You were feeling yourself, but then something hit you. And it hit you hard, okay? That lightning bolt, it came in fast, it came in hard, right? But you see all the butterflies around this little, what do we call it? A tree. All the butterflies are signifying there's a transformation that's going on in your life, or this was to transform your life into something better, but that's just not how you took it, right? And it's one of those things where the Three of Wands usually speaks to action moving forward, but you're kind of like looking at the situation and you're afraid to take action moving forward because of what happened. So it's almost like you're a little stuck in the past. You're a little stuck on like what took place, the situation that took place. So let's get into it. Let's see, what is this situation that took place in your life that got you a little effed up? Okay, let's check it. Ooh, not the Empress coming out in reverse. Empress came right back out, but came out in reverse. So there's something with your abundance. It's like you feel like it was stolen right from under you, right? Everything that you either worked for, everything that you thought you were building for yourself, it's like it just gone away, okay? So this could be hope, right? This could be like something you were hoping for, just didn't work out. This could be like something you were actually moving towards and making happen, did not happen, and it shook you. It shook you up and made you feel some type of way. This definitely took you to a whole nother level. It's almost like I said, the pre-energy, you had that Empress upright, but it's almost like the situation is like, it's like something shook your confidence. It shook your ability to move forward. It's almost like you asked for something. A situation took place to kind of push you in that direction, and it's like that is just not how you're seeing it. Like you feel like something was stolen from you, like you did not see this coming. Okay, it's like you're like, why did I deserve this? How did this happen? I don't understand. That's what I'm getting. And it's like strong confidence energy. So it's like something really hits you when it comes to your confidence, right? If nothing else, the confidence is coming out so incredibly like strong. It's like something hit you. It destroyed your confidence. And I'm using destroyed lightly because nothing can actually destroy your confidence. Nothing can actually destroy anything for you. But yeah, it's like you have the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. It's like what I'm hearing from your angels, your guardians, your divine team. It's like something broke your heart, probably more than anything else in the past. Okay? Probably more than anything else in the past. This broke you. And it's like here's the part. Your divine team is unapologetic because they're like, yeah, it was meant to break you. Do you see what I'm saying? They're like, it was meant to break you. We didn't do it for fun. We didn't do it because, ooh, we wanted you to like love it. We wanted to break you because there's something about you in this like energy where you're meant to be a full-blown empress, which just simply means that you're meant to be at the highest level of abundance, the highest level of like self-love and self-acceptance, right? To see yourself from a creator's perspective, you know, the ability to make anything happen in your world. But it's almost like you struggle with that. You struggle seeing yourself in that position. And so your divine team was like, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We did something. We threw something your way to break you. Because in order for you to actually free yourself, in order for you to get to where it is that you're trying to go, we need to break the identity that you're holding on to. We need to break the version of you that you believe you must be. Let's clarify that Empress reverse real quick just to see what's up with it. Just to see what's up with it. Yeah, reliability in reverse. Okay, so something happened where it's either someone or something that you thought you could rely on, you just simply couldn't. Something or someone you thought you could rely on, you couldn't. It's like, this could be a job, right? Like a job, suddenly you got laid off, or, you know, a situation took place where it's like you lost your job out of nowhere. Maybe you had to quit, right? Or maybe you got a pay cut, something along those lines. There's just something here where it's like you relied on it. You depended on it. You thought that this was the way, and it was either creating a level of stability. For some of you, this could be a relationship that you thought was going to go the distance, right? For some of you, this is even a friendship. It doesn't even like, don't even automatically think romantic, especially on this channel, right? When we talk relationships, we're not just talking about romantic relationships, nor are we talking about relationships with people. Okay? Relationships is everything. We have a relationship with everything we're in contact with. I have a relationship with this phone. I have a relationship with you right now, right? Do you see what I'm saying? But there's something here you thought you could rely on. That's why the confidence is shot. Do you see what I'm saying? Something you thought you could rely on, something you thought you could build and grow. It didn't work out that way. It did not work out that way. And you really believed in this because you were feeling good, right? You have that Queen of Wands energy. It says vibrancy. You were feeling good. You were feeling like this was going the distance. You were feeling like, okay, we got our stride, baby. And it's almost as if it was ripped right from under you. Like it just didn't work out that way. And it's almost like that was the last thing you would have expected to take place. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing it. Yeah. Okay. So this shook up your wealth, or this shook up. This feels money related. It does. It feels money related. If it's not money, then it's almost like your goals and your dreams, right? Like when I think of wealth, I literally think of like everything that comes with it. It's not just the money, but it's like your life. You're happy in your life. You feel fulfilled. There's something here where someone or something you thought you could rely on was like ripped from under you, or ripped everything from under you. You could have been like in this position where you were 2 seconds away from, you know, getting that job. And then all of a sudden that job straight up tells you, you know what, we're going to go with someone else, right? And something that you were planning around, or that you really thought was like yours, it didn't work out that way, right? This could have been a business situation. This could have been a relationship, right? Someone you thought you could trust and count on. It's like they suddenly, I don't want to say betrayed you, but it's almost like you just couldn't count on them anymore. They just, you know, up and left, or they ghosted, or they did something that you did not see coming, and it shot your confidence. It really shook you up. Oh, Boo Bop. Okay. Let's see. What's the lesson here? What's my collective, my Boo Bops really learning with the situation? What was the point? let's just ask the question. What was the point of having to go through that? Ooh, you got judgment. Ooh. Ooh. This just got tasty. Okay, I'm eating this up. Hold on. Hold on. Wait with me. Hold on. Jugement. Wait a minute. This whole situation took place to give you a second chance. Now that's juicy. To give you a second chance at genuine, true success. successfully untying yourself from the bounds you've been in and from the poverty you've been sitting in to actually grant you peace and be in a position where you can really generate wealth. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some tarot in it. Hold on. So that means whatever it is that was stolen or taken from under you, right? It was never reliable. You were relying on something, believing in something that was never going to take you to where you thought you was going to go. You believed that this was going to generate wealth. You believed that you were receiving whatever it is that you thought you really wanted, but it was never going to go in that direction. It was never going to take off in that way. With this wealth energy here, hold on. Your divine team is like, we see further than you. We know more than you. We're giving you a second chance to get it right, to do it right. Whoa, that's juicy. And you want to know why? Because a lot of times you think that there's a very clear, direct path. And so when whatever it is that you're praying for or manifesting shows up, and it really starts to show you that you're getting what it is that you want, or it's showing up in the way that you want, guess what happens? Guess what happens? You get stuck in it. You believe that this is it. You start to depend on it a little bit more, not really knowing whether or not it's for you. But the divine sees so much further. It's almost like you think that this was happening to you. And I'm not even here to tell you like, oh, it's happening for you. I'm just saying like, your divine team is like, no, this was like always the plan. This was always going to take place because this was never reliable. This was never meant to like work in your favor. This whole thing, this situation that fell apart was to give you a second chance at true success. I don't know if you ever hear, don't always take that first offer. It's almost like you got a taste of wealth. You got a taste of what you wanted. But it was never going to be the real thing. This had to like break. It had to be destroyed in order for you to really move into a new way of doing things, to see things from a different perspective. It's almost like, it's like when you get out of sulking, right? Because it's important to feel your feelings. But when you get out of sulking, when you get out of why did this happen to me, and you allow yourself to see it for what it is, it's almost like you're going to see that this is giving you a chance to do things right, to set yourself up for true abundance. It's almost like there's something here about how you even handled it. Ooh, let's see. Tell me more. It's almost like it's telling you about like the patterns. Yeah, there was a lack of planning. This was already going to like be a suffering situation. It wasn't going to go the distance you thought it was going to go. And you thought that this was like top-notch energy, but it isn't. We got the devil here with the 2 of Wands, okay? It's like you were planning for long term, but this was not going to be a long-term situation. And it's like you didn't plan further than that. That's the thing that I'm getting here. It's almost like you put like all your eggs in one basket, but you didn't see like, you made plan A, but you didn't make plan B and C. You didn't have a fallback plan. You didn't do what you needed to do. Like, for example, if this is a work situation, let's say, you know, you're up for a promotion or whatever the case is. It's almost like you're up for a promotion. Let's say they gave you the, I don't know, a bonus. You went and you took that bonus and you did whatever you wanted with it. Right. And it was a hefty bonus, a beautiful bonus. You just kind of like upgraded your life. You just did what you wanted with it. And God was like, ooh, bet. Understood. And what God did is just said, okay, first of all, you're going to hate this job. This job is actually not for you. Even though it's a promotion, you're not going to like the role that you're playing in. Plus, you're not going to like the people that you're around, and those people are not for you. So naturally, this job is actually not going to last that long. It's just going to give you a taste of what it is that you want, okay? Then the divine got to see what you did with your money. They got to see what you did with the bonus. And they're like, oh, okay, so this is what you spent it on, or this is what you did. Instead of taking that and saving it, taking that, investing it, taking that and starting to build towards your bigger goals, you took it and you did whatever you wanted with it. Aha, okay, good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this whole thing crumble so that you can have a second chance of doing it right. That's what you're learning here. You're learning to literally make better choices. And I know that you're like, but I didn't do anything. That is the perspective shift that you have to have. It shot your confidence because you relied so much on it. But when you get from, why did this happen to me, to saying, okay, well, let me answer that. Why did this happen to me? You'll understand and you'll see, okay, I didn't plan ahead. Okay, there's something about this where I gave them all of my confidence, or I gave them all of me, right? I put more value on them than I did myself. Let's say this is a job. We're just going to continue with that example. Let's say this is a job situation. They went ahead and said, we're going to promote you. For you, you're in this position where this job is your only source of income. And the divine is like, no, I need you to wake up. I need you to have multiple sources, right? You have multiple other gifts, other ways to make money, and you're comfortable here. You're relying on something that's not so reliable. Even if it's been reliable for the past 5 years, something is going to happen in the 6th year where it's not going to be reliable. And I need you to get your shit together. And so therefore, I'm giving you an opportunity, right? I'm giving you an opportunity for you to do it right by making the thing that you're so relying on crumble. I'm going to make it crumble. And it's going to give you the opportunity to see things differently, to kind of like go through this rebirth, to see yourself at a different position, like actually value yourself higher, right? Actually see yourself having multiple streams of income, even if those streams is just 3 streams. I know everybody's talking about, I have 7 streams of income. Okay, but work on one more. Do you see what I'm saying? Doesn't need to be a second job, but what are some other things that you really enjoy that you could call in a level of income with, right? Some of the money that you're making that you can start to invest with, where you're not doing any work, you're just investing, right? Stuff like that. There's something here where it's actually teaching you to make better choices for yourself. Talk to me about this judgment, this lesson. Yeah, determination. It's like, it's getting you to think logically about certain situations. It's getting you to really see things from a different perspective. For some of you, this is like a relationship that you're in, okay? A situation where you're relying on another person to show up a certain way. And it's almost like they took it away from you so that you could be more determined to go towards your goals. Okay, so you get comfortable, huh? You get comfortable. It's like you have these goals. You see life in a different way. You want things to happen in a certain way. But when you're comfortable, you kind of lack a level of determination. It's almost like the divine is like pushing you to be more determined, to go after the life that you genuinely love and not just take what you have. It's almost like you were about to become complacent. Like I said, you put all of your eggs in one basket. You got really, really comfortable, confident in life moving in a certain direction that you kind of forgot to build, or you forgot to maybe not forgot, but it's like you missed a step. That's what I'm getting with this. You missed a step. It's almost like they were giving you an opportunity to kind of learn the step that you missed. It crumbled because it was never actually meant to go anywhere. It wasn't stable enough. Yeah, you got the Queen of Cups. This is where intuition and determination come together. It's like your lesson here is to really balance out your ability to be in your divine feminine relaxation, receiving mode, but also going after what it is that you want. So like I said, it's like the situation here, it's almost like you believed in something, you made something happen, you built something or attracted something for yourself, you watched a manifestation come to fruition. And your lesson is to kind of understand how to push past your comfort zone. Because there's something about you just accepting. It's almost like you got what you wanted, but it was too small. That's what I like hands down, Boo Bop, Chicken Pie, Honey Bun. That's what I'm getting. You got what you wanted, but it was too small. It's almost like you've been asking for this for such a long time. You finally got it that you were willing to just stay there, right? If you've been asking for, a significant other for a really long time, you finally got someone that is, nice enough and isn't as bad as your exes, and you were just willing to stay there. And in reality, the divine's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You just going to stay here? You just going to settle? Oh, but this person's great. They're, they're treating me well. What? Boo Bop, I have better for you. There's better for you, right? Up that ante. It's not about not being grateful. You still got to be grateful, but there's something here where it's just your life is meant to be better. And it's make better choices. Yeah, there's something you settled for. It's gonna be different for everybody, but I know I'm hitting for somebody. It's something you settled for, Boo Bop. You was just gonna settle for that job, settle for that promotion, settle for that what's it called? Salary. You were gonna settle for that friend, settle for that relationship, settle for that house. There's something you were just gonna settle for. You were just like, okay. And like, because it was better, like I feel like it was better than anything you've ever dealt with, right? Or ever experienced before. You were just like, okay, perfect. Since it's better, I'm good here. But it's like, the ability to grow and still have gratitude for what you have is a skill that you should master. It's like you have these big goals, you have these things that you want to do, but you're also willing to settle, which makes no sense. It's like you don't believe in how big, how important you actually are. What's the blessing with the situation? The blessing is the 9 of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. We'll take a minute with this one because I didn't see that coming. The blessing is the 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh. This situation that you put all your eggs into, this situation that you believe it being taken away from you caused you to feel less confident in yourself, caused you to... It's like the blessing here is that it being in your life was going to cause you more stress than it being out of your life. Like it actually took stress away. At this point, the reason why you feel so stressed is because you're convincing yourself that you lost something here, right? You're convincing yourself that you lost a great opportunity. And they're like, this was nothing. You were settling for a night. You were settling for a kid. You were settling for something small when I had something so much bigger for you. I got a whole king here for you. I got something brewing in the background and you was just going to take the first thing that came your way. Like, no. You didn't see your worth enough. That's what your divine team is saying. Like, you didn't see your worth enough. You didn't understand that you are worth something and then some. And then some. That's the part. Say it with me. And then some. With that 9 of Swords reverse, it's like the blessing here is that they've actually taken away the stress. You are just adding stress because this is what you're used to doing, right? Things don't go your way. You are just like, oh my goodness, like I suck. This is actually opening your eyes to what's going on inside of you. You're learning how you deal with things. You're learning how you deal with endings. You're learning how you deal with, certain situations not going your way. It's like you automatically blame yourself and you automatically put yourself down. But in reality, whether you want to admit it or not, this situation, it wasn't good for you. And you were already starting to complain about it, but you were going to accept it because you be settling. That's what you do. You be settling. Tell me about that 9 of Swords, please. We have the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the King of Cups. Let's talk about it. Yeah, they was protecting you. The blessing here is that they were protecting you from actually moving down a road or going down a road that was not going to be beneficial for you. It wasn't going to help you in any way, shape, or form. It's like this was going to just have you struggle even more. That's what I'm seeing for you, Boo Bop, Sugar Pie, Honey Bun. And look, we got the Queen and the King of Cups here. If this is a love situation, it don't have to be a love situation, but if it's a love situation, Boo Bop, Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, you was about to settle for somebody and your soulmate was right on the way. Stop playing. Stop playing. You were going to settle for somebody and your soulmate is still on the way. They were like, Your divine team was like, cut their shit off, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Somebody almost got pregnant by somebody who was not supposed to be their person to have kids with. Do you understand? Somebody almost had a child with somebody that was never supposed to get them pregnant. Y'all was never supposed to have kids. The divine was like, y'all finna have sex one more time before a child is born and it's not gonna be on my watch. That's what your divine team said. It was like, it's a no for me. It's an N to the O for me. You feel me? So it's like your divine team is like, what you're manifesting, what you're asking for, what you want, it's coming in. It's coming in. But you so used to just like not having, you're used to feeling like nothing goes well for you. Just seeing 444 on the clock. So your divine team is with you. But You're so used to not having what it is that you ask for that you really don't believe it can come in. And that is the confidence situation. You don't actually have confidence in what you're asking for. So you'll take any little nibbit. I don't know what a nibbit is, but I said it. Any little niblet, any little whatever. You'll take it and you will make it fit. Your divine team was like, my watch, not on it. No, absolutely not. So what's the advice here? Because I got advice for you, but that's going to be on tomorrow's video. What's the advice here? We got the moon. Your advice is to actually tap into your own emotions and understand where is it stemming from? Because it's not stemming from this situation. This is a pattern of yours. Okay? This is a pattern of yours. With that 3 of Swords, it's like you believe more than anything else that you're going to lose, which is why this stuff hits you so deep, right? Even when it's supposed to be as simple as, oop, that didn't work out. You don't take it as that. You take it as I got rejected, right? You identify with it. You tell yourself the worst of the worst. It's like your fears come out to play and they be playing with you, Boo Bop. Right? You're in this position where your divine team is very much saying that you actually need to take a look at what happened inside, what's going on internally. Because this situation, if you can look at it from a higher perspective, if you can look at it with fresher eyes, you'll actually see that a burden was released, right? Something that was either becoming a burden or was going to become a burden was completely released. But it's like you are very used to kind of sulking in your patterns. You're used to staying stuck in your patterns of sadness. You're used to things not working out. You have this belief in you that things just don't work out for you, that things don't go well for you, that you are struggling all the time. And it's just like, that's not true. You have the Lovers here. There's a part of you that doesn't actually believe that you can have the best. Yeah, the 5 of Wands. It's like the life you love, you really think that you're always going to be in competition. You're always going to fight for it. You have the 5 of Wands with the Lovers. You're always going to fight for it. You're never going to be at peace. So there's a part of you that just doesn't allow yourself to actually feel peace within yourself. You have Judgment and you have Temperance, right? And it's just like your divine team is like, something's got to shift. Something's got to change. Something's got to not like remain this way because it's just not true. It's like your fears come out to play more than the situation does. Yeah, you have beginnings and authority with the Fool and the King of Swords. It's like there's this whole new beginning that's just waiting for you to grasp it and to enjoy it and to really just go towards it. But you stay in like straight up confusion mode. Like this didn't have to be so heartbreaking. This didn't have to be so tough, right? But it's almost like you won't let it go because of the past, not necessarily because of this exact situation. Like on a regular day, this situation wouldn't get to you, but it got to you because of the past. So you need to actually dive into what did this trigger? Okay? What did this trigger? Make sure you tune into tomorrow's video because we finna talk about this. We're going to have a little coaching session because it's true. A lot of times you really think that it's no big deal. A lot of times you really think that you're in this position where, you know, it's the situation that got to you. But in reality, you could overcome the situation like that. But it's your past that has been triggered. It's feelings within you that already lived there that has been triggered. Your fears got triggered here. I see retreat. Yeah. Boo Bop, Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, you need to go within. Go within because this situation only awakened some truth within yourself about how you feel about you, how you feel about your goals, how you feel about what you're calling in. You may have all the manifestation techniques, okay? You may have all of the manifestation techniques. You may be doing them and you may have seen that in doing them, you really did get what you wanted. And so there's a little bit of a high with that because it's kind of like a quick solution, right? It's this thing where you have a problem, do a technique, and it could solve the problem. But your divine team is really saying right now, you need to become a problem solver, right? Not just someone who gets their problems solved. So what that means is no matter what problem comes up, you can handle it. You can take care of it. It grows you. It helps you push forward. And for you, it's almost like you manifested opportunities or an opportunity to come in to kind of solve a problem, but you didn't actually learn how to actually solve your problems. So whether you had it or not, like you could call it in, but you wouldn't know how to retain it. You could call it in, but you didn't have the right steps to take, right? In order for you to make sure that you're good for the long haul, right? So in other words, you may call in a relationship with someone, a new friendship, a new romantic partner, and you are able to call it in, and this person is everything that you've asked for, but you don't actually have the tools of how to keep a relationship going, and your patterns come out. So although you've attracted what you manifested, how it plays out is actually what's going on within you. Does that make sense? It's like whatever it is that you went through, it is triggering something else. It's triggering a pattern within you. So your divine team is like, there's the need to retreat. There's the need to go within. There's a need to have a moment with yourself and truly understand, what does this mean for me? Yeah, you have the Eight of Cups. They're trying to get you to walk away from a pattern. This isn't as simple as, it's not as simple as, oh, this bad thing needed to happen to you, right? It's like you have a pattern, and it has to do a lot with confidence. You have a pattern where you have double eights here, which is beautiful. You have triple eights here. 888. You're an abundant being. You're an abundant being. But you are consistently convincing yourself that you don't matter. You're consistently convincing yourself that you couldn't have, that people don't see you, that you're not valuable. It's your patterns. That's what they're getting at. It's like you are so much more valuable, so much more like beautiful, handsome, whatever the case may be, than you know. You have triple eights here, Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups, and strength is number 8 in the major arcanas in this deck specifically. But it's like you're never sure. You're always going back and forth, which means even when the divine gives you what it is that you want, you question whether or not you deserve it. You may be good with it for a little bit, but you do question it. 222 on the clock as I say that. It's like they're trying to get you to understand your patterns. This is being crazy. They're getting you to understand your patterns. They're getting you to understand how you move, how you do things. You have sensuality. It's like you are the kind of person that can call in anything. You can call in anything. You just don't think that anything will actually devote their time to you. You don't actually think that things stick. You know that you can call it in. You know it. You know you can make the money if you really need to. You know you can make the friend if you really need to. You know you can call in the significant other if you really need to. You just don't think you can sustain it. So you get scared. If it sticks around, you get scared. The moment that you feel like it's working, you get scared. And it's your energy that drives what happens next. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. It's almost like you know that you can call in and you can have everything that you could possibly want. You put in some effort towards it and it's a done deal. But the past has shown you time and time again that that's just not how it's going to work. It's not going to stick around long. That's how you see it. You're going to end up losing out. For some of you that you could have grieved someone extremely close to you in your family since you were a child or when you were a child. And so that's what kind of shapes your world, is that nothing lasts, especially when it's good, right? But either way, you have learned at a young age, you have learned early on in life that life is difficult and that good things don't last. And even when you're happy, anything can happen and destroy it. And so this situation where you've lost your confidence is actually trying to get you to like rethink the way that you think, rework the way that you see life, because that's not your story, at least not anymore. That's what I'm seeing for you, Boo Bop, sugar pie, honey bun. So the situation that you're currently in is really teaching you to do it again, to do it better this time, to operate from a different perspective. Your lesson here is really to come from a new place, is to actually decide different, to actually be determined to have a different kind of life. Because the blessing here is that whatever is taken away from you, even though it's not, when it feels like it's being taken away from you, it's helping you. It's taking away a burden. They're not taking away something that's good for you. God is taking away a burden from you. But the truth of the matter is that this is actually hitting something so much deeper than the situation itself. There is something else going on, and you need to retreat and go within to understand what shook my confidence. Why did this get me so hard? What is it actually getting me to see about my past? Because the truth is that you can attract anything, but you do not feel like you can keep anything. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, because we are going to have a session on this, okay? I want to definitely talk about amping up that confidence, right? And actually seeing things from the perspective, like switching the perspective of I can't actually have anything long-term to I can have everything long-term, okay? So we're definitely going to talk about that. And until next time, you know, I'm sending you so much love. If you're looking for a personal reading, Boo Bop, Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, I only do those at very select times, so you can email me. Description will have that info, okay? You can email me to see if I'm doing them. I only take very, very, very few clients, and I only give premium readings, okay? So reach out, ask for some information. I'll let you know if I am doing them, and I will let you know that if I am, what is available, how much they are, and all that fun stuff, okay? But until next time, like I said, sending you so much love. Bye.